The cursed bread. The Pont-Saint-Esprit mass poisoning of 1951. Pont-Saint-Esprit, a small town in southern France, was like any other quiet village in the post-war era. People lived simple lives, relying heavily on local produce and bakeries for their daily sustenance. But in August 1951, something strange happened. Dozens of residents started to fall ill, complaining of nausea, burning sensations, and bizarre hallucinations. Within days, the town descended into chaos. One man believed he was an airplane and jumped out a window, breaking both legs. Another tried to drown himself, screaming that snakes were devouring his brain. Over 250 people were affected, dozens were institutionalized, and at least 5 died. The source of the illness: the bread. Authorities quickly traced the outbreak to a single bakery. The flour used had somehow been tainted, but with what? The leading theory at the time was ergot poisoning. Ergot is a fungus that grows on rye and can cause ergotism, also known as St. Anthony's fire, characterized by hallucinations, convulsions, and severe physical distress. Ergotism had been known for centuries. In the Middle Ages, it caused widespread outbreaks with horrific symptoms, sometimes leading people to believe they were cursed or possessed. The connection seemed plausible. After all, the villagers' symptoms mirrored those of historic ergot outbreaks: intense visual hallucinations, convulsions, and a sense of terror. However, as investigations deepened, inconsistencies emerged. Not all the affected had consumed rye bread. The timeline of symptoms didn't quite match ergot's known effects, and no definitive trace of the fungus was found in flour samples. Doubts began to grow. Alternative theories surfaced. Some suspected mercury poisoning, possibly from pesticides. Others suggested nitrogen trichloride, a flour bleaching agent used at the time, could be to blame. However, none of these chemicals could explain the vivid hallucinations and rapid psychological breakdowns seen in Pont-Saint-Esprit. Then, in 2009, investigative journalist Hank P. Albarelli Jr. reignited interest in the case with a provocative claim. The incident was a covert CIA experiment under Project MK-Ultra. According to documents Albarelli cited, the CIA had been exploring mind control substances like LSD and saw the isolated village as a testbed. This theory was explosive. MK-Ultra, active during the Cold War, was known to have tested drugs on unknowing civilians. The idea that the CIA might have laced the town's bread with LSD as part of psychological warfare research drew immediate attention. Could a government agency really have caused such devastation? Skeptics were quick to counter. While the CIA did conduct unethical experiments, concrete evidence linking them to Pont-Saint-Esprit is lacking. The symptoms lasted far longer than LSD typically would, and the number of affected individuals made a secret operation logistically improbable. Still, the mystery remains. Today, Pont-Saint-Esprit carries the scars of that week in August 1951. For many, it was a nightmare that never fully ended. Survivors recall the terror with vivid clarity, their lives forever altered by the cursed bread. While most experts still lean toward a natural cause, perhaps a rare confluence of contaminated ingredients and poor storage conditions, no definitive answer has ever been confirmed. The incident stands as one of the most perplexing mass poisonings in modern history. It highlights the fragile line between everyday life and chaos, and the terrifying consequences when trust in something as simple as bread is betrayed. Whether it was ergot, a chemical accident, or a secret experiment, one thing is certain: the people of Pont-Saint-Esprit lived through an ordeal that continues to provoke fear, fascination, and debate more than 70 years later. To this day, researchers and conspiracy theorists alike comb through archival records and interviews, hoping to find a definitive clue. The mystery lingers like a ghost in the town's history, an unresolved chapter that haunts both scientific inquiry and collective memory. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content, please drop a like on this video. Also, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to ensure you never miss an upload.